Okay, Nachum, we're in the bottom of Gimel and Aleph. I was in the middle of saying we had a long break. The Thursday night was beautiful. I thanked Reb David for pushing us to go, even though you didn't make it, but it was, I think it was Meyerdik. Okay. Hopefully our Schosat Torah helped a little bit. I hope. Baruch Hashem, it was a beautiful. No, it really was beautiful, no? It's much beautiful. Rav Stragi is not here. Rav Stragi is davening for all of us in Eretz Yisrael as we speak. He should just be landing just about now. We should send him a message. And so hopefully the Chazar on Lamed Gimel Lamed Aleph, I hope went well. I hope. As we'll see in a moment, those who Chazared will have an advantage that it's going to tie back in a moment. Oh, God bless you. Okay. I was stalling. I was doing all the obligatory thank yous and scheduling remarks. God bless you. Thank you. Says the Gemara. Ooh, bubbly. Ooh, if anyone could take this down in one gulp. Yeah, icy. Look at that. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol nihiyeh b'dorei. Okay. I figured it out. Okay, so tomorrow night we're on. Let's go. I apologize, it's late. Let's get going. If the berries, okay, something fascinating that I prefaced for today's Gemara. When we read the Mishnah, we had a very innocuous, that's the SAT word for the day, a navav mirubais me'alav is possible. More berries than leaves, it's possible. We didn't really know why. It's possible. And I think there was a level of bother, like, why is it possible? Like, who cares? What is the psol? So we're going to see today, I think, a little bit more depth into the din of the Mishnah. Let's get to it. Zok tehiligi Gemara Amar Rav Chisda. Davar zeh, this din. Rabbeinu Hagadol Amru. Rabbeinu Hagadol said this din. Who's Rabbeinu Hagadol? Rabbi. When Rabbi wrote the Mishnah, he said this thing. God should be his savior. Quite a vile terminology. Quite upset at this din of Rebbe. Says the Gemara, what's he so upset about? Lo yishanu. The din in the Mishnah that it's possible is not elo b'makom echad. If these berries are in one place on the hadas, avol b'shnayim. The pencil's here. I'm sorry. Oh, you already have. Okay, avol b'shnayim. If the berries are in 2 or 3 places, kosher. I think if I would have taken a poll, the din in the Mishnah, the more berries than leaves, it is possible. And I would have asked, if the berries are spread out through the whole thing, or the berries are concentrated, I think we all would have voted that if the berries are spread out, it's probably much worse. Yet says the Gemara, don't worry, the Gemara's going to get, but says the Hanocha Pshuta of the Gemara, Rav Chisda comes in firing and says, I don't understand. If the berries are in one concentrated place, then it's possible. But if it's in multiple places, it's kosher. Why? We still don't know. Statement of Rav Chisda. Amar le Rava. Says Rava, or Amar Rava, different Gershais. Shnayim u'shleisha mekayimos. If the berries are in 2 or 3 places, have a minumar. It is spotted, speckled. A leopard is a minumar. He's asking, what? What we just said. If the berries are spread out throughout the whole hadas, that's more of a reason to be puzzled. Have a minumar. It's spotted, it's speckled, upasul. And then it should be puzzle, says the top Rashi. Finally giving us a dot of explanation. Why? To lav odor. Oh, okay, now this talks to us. Now we understand it. If I have berries strewn throughout my whole hadas, when I look at the hadas, what do I see? I see some spotted Dalmatian monster. That's puzzle. Okay, that makes sense. So what was the din of Rav Chisda? Again, let's just get this in straight. The Mishnah says more berries is possible. So Rav Chisda said, if it's in one area, it's possible. Many areas, it's kosher. Rava comes along and Rava says, just slow down. That makes no sense. If it's in many areas, it's vadai possible. So the question is, what did Rav Chisda mean? Rav Chisda said, "Dover zer Rabbeinu gadol amru v'amakim yabezra." There was something bothering Rav Chisda about this in the Mishnah. Says the Gemara, Ela itmar. Rather, if it was stated, if Rav Chisda came along firing at the Mishnah, Hachi itmar. This was Rav Chisda's problem. Oh, and we state the din nachamol. Oh, Yishayanavim Ruvim Me'ala apostle says the Mishnah of more berries than leaves. It's possible. Oh, Rav Chisda davar zeh Rabbeinu Agadol amru. This din Rabbeinu Agadol said v'amakam yabezrei. So now attempt number 2. What the problem is? Lo yishanu. When is it going to be possible? Only Ella anavav shechayrois. If they are black, shachar, says Rashi. Let's take this together with Rashi. Rashi in the second line from the top. Why? Shikvar hitchilu liyabish. They started drying out umashchirin, and they turned dark. Umitchilasan yiroikinhi. Okay, which I know what's bothering everyone, that we think berries are red. We're gonna get. But the Gemara now assumes berries are yaroik, are green, and says Rav Chisda, if they start drying out and turn black, then I understand that it is possible. Aval, however, anovav yaroikais, green berries, mine dehadasu. It's the same min as the hadas. Says Rashi, Shemar Eyan Shaveh, their appearance is the same as the leaves. It's green and it's not spotted. Vikosher. No, hafoch. It's not noticeable. It's the same. Oh, it's not noticeable. He said, beautiful. Exactly. So now we're going within this thought that what is the soul of having more berries than leaves? I'll tell you, when I read the Mishnah, what I would have thought, you know why it's possible? It's just not a hadas. It's a berry. There's more berries than leaves. It's not hadas. The Gemara is learning. No, you're getting all lumdish. Very simple. What does it look like? If it looks like it's a spotted monster, it's possible. It's not beautiful. If the berries are camouflaged well into the leaves, mabaya. Again, I would have responded, what do you mean mabaya? This is pasha berry. That the Gemara is not bothered by. Yes.
Well, we're talking about qualifying to make any of
yes.
the
yes.
possible.
Yes.
It's not an
yes. Yes. Yes.
Objective.
I fully
at, let's say, a split leaf.
Yes.
I can't tell that it's monomer.
Yes.
I can't tell that
yes.
it's crooked.
Yes. I fully commensurate. Is that the word? Commiserate with your question, and that's exactly what I'm pointing out. That's the goof of the chiddush of the Gemara. I'm totally masking to you, and especially that you want to tell me hadar and an esroi creates hadar. First of all, number one, stam. Why is there a din of hadar and adas? Okay, we have to get there. Number two, to tell me that more berries than leaves, I would have thought it's possible because it's more berries than leaves. It's not adas. No, because the colorful berries make it look ugly. But if the berries are the same color as the leaves, then it's okay.
We're pretending like it's not right in front of our eyes.
I completely understand your struggle.
No, so
that's a different art. That's a different art. That would be nice if Rashi would have said that. No, but it's how Rashi says. No. Correct, but not that it's a Rashi. In itself, it's lav hadar. You're saying a beautiful verb, but it's not Rashi saying. You would be saying that the psul would be a third party issue. No, Rashi saying it's a be'etzim psul. It's intrinsic. No, it is. We have to read. No, read Rashi. No, it's true. He's reading Rashi. The lav hadar who It's not Hadar.
Why is Menumar? No.
Right.
Menumar. This is at the beginning. This is looking at
It's the same thing.
First Rashi is on the first line of Rava.
Right.
Having Menumar Apostle. Why? Because it's not Hadar.
Right.
Menumar in itself
Right.
is not what makes it usher. Not what makes it puzzle. It's the fact that
It's not Hadar.
is not Hadar.
Right.
Not
No, it's really, you're right.
No,
you're right. No, but you're right. One second, slow. I don't think the machlekes here are so great. When Rashi says Shamar Ein Shaveh Ve'eno Nira Menumar, doesn't mean Eino Nira to someone else. Noach is saying when you look at it, of course you could see the two things. Avada, Rashi's saying Eino Nira Menumar, so it's not Hadar. It's not beautiful. So it's not that others view that way. It's intrinsically not beautiful. But Noach is bothered. What we're playing a game here?
So camouflage.
Yeah.
We're holding.
Wait. So you ready? Hold that thought. Look at the next line, just to make you a little bit more bothered. Amar Apapa says Apapa Adaimais. If they're black, it's kishchayir is dami. If they're like red, if they're red, it's like the black ones. Which again, I would have thought, I don't know, maybe red ones are nice. I don't know, it's a little Christmassy.
Is that what he's saying?
No, damyan, it's comparable. I would have thought, I don't know, shtickle green and red matziv. I don't know, shtickle festive. No, it's like black ones. Why? And now he gives it into a fascinating raya. Tamar of Chanina, it's a nidadin. Hi dam says Rav Chanina. Sometimes in Grad you see this at times. Very very dark blood. It looks black. Says Rav Chanina. Hi dam. This blood shachar. This black blood. Edaimhu. By the way, it's red. Ella shalaka. Now, big machlekes. What does it mean? Shalaka. It's stricken. Whatever it means it changed its color a little bit and it looks like black. So what the Gemara is saying is that black and red are the same thing. So my hadas. And now let's now we finish the Gemara.
By getting also with red ink and black ink.
Yeah. Same type of Gemara. We have this all over. Yeah, red and black are interchangeable. Yes. Oh, so you're asking that it should still be kosher, just not be hadar. Good, very good. So we see something beautiful here. And let's now, we wrap up this whole stick of Gemara, we see a fascinating chiddush. Number one, we see, which Avi you're pointing out, is that when it comes to hadas, if I were to ask you, what is the din of hadar in relationship to a hadas? Usually I would think, I don't know, it's a ma'ilum. No, it's intrinsic. If it's not hadar, it's puzzle, says the Mishnah. What defines hadar? One color. Yeah, one color. If it's different colors, then it's puzzle. One color, then it's okay. It's berries. And remember, it's more berries than leaves. What's the case in the Mishnah? It's enough of our mirubin. It's more. And they're spread out in the whole thing. But if it's the same color,
I think this whole
massive chiddush.
To say it's not the fact that it's a berry that's bothering me.
Correct.
It's the fact of the appearance.
That's exactly the chiddush.
Green,
yes.
It's not the berry.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's really beautiful. It's exactly the chiddush. That is the chiddush, and Noach is saying it's a chiddush. It's a chiddush.
Yeah.
Half green, half black. Yeah. I hear you saying. It's good. The moment we didn't see 16. Okay, let's go.
Definitely not harder.
Let's go a little bit weiter. You said it's going to go a little bit weiter, even though it's getting late. It's because the next Gemara, we're going to see why Chazar is so beautiful. Because the next Gemara is going to pull us back to Amud Aleph. So we're just going to go a drop further, just because we haven't learned in a few days. We'll make sure we get a good Chazar tomorrow. The next Gemara, Mamish, pulls us back to Amud Aleph. The Mishnah taught us in miaton kosher. If you knock off those berries, it's kosher. Says the Gemara, when? Dima'atinu, that you lessen them imas. When? When did you knock off the berries? So now we already could start conjuring in our minds. So we had Amud Aleph learned before Yom Tov after. Very good. Now the Gemara learns before after you bound it. We already know the whole Shtickle Torah. Says the Gemara, Elam, if you're going to tell me, Makmi Delagde, before you bound it, on Erev Yom Tov, you knocked off the berries. Says the Gemara, Pshita, of course it's kosher. You took out which I don't know what's so pasha. Maybe it's intrinsic that it has hadas with berries. Okay, the Gemara says it's pasha. Okay, Ella, you know what the chiddush is? Lebasar delagde. You made your lulav, you bound it together, and you went, and there were more berries than leaves, and they were the red or black berries, so it looked ugly, and then you knocked them off, so it's kosher. Frak the Gemara, dichoy mei karahu. which is the same lashon of yesh dichoy etzel mitzvahs. It pushed away. Once you bound the lulav, you shouldn't be able to fix it afterwards. Tivshai mina. Let's learn from here. Dichoy meikara loy have dichoy. Let's bring a raya, and you know what? Here the Gemara is really answering almost like kasha, because in Amud Aleph, if you remember, we ended off teku. We don't know what the din is, whether there is dichoy or not. Says the Gemara, what do you mean? We have such a gavaldik araya. The Mishnah says, if you knock off the berries, it's kosher. The case must be that you bound it. Bring a raya in dichoy etzel mitzvahs. Says the Gemara, tivsha mina, dichoy meikara loy have a dichoy.
So
Answers the
we're not saying
Gemara.
we're saying that's meikara or not.
But again, so that's just good. I got confused also. I don't know why, but it's the same lashon as yesh dicha. It's a mitzvah in dicha. Mitzvah dicha meikar and dicha meikar. That's not in the nekuda. I had the same kash as you did. It bothered me a lot. But the Gemara is saying the same thing. It could be one has to do with the yontif, one has to do with I don't know. But the Gemara is saying tifsha. Let's bring a raya to that shailon of an aleph. That what dicha is not a good dicha because we see you could fix it. Answers the Gemara, no. La'olam basar dagde. But the kasavar, a fascinating chiddush that we didn't see in Amud Aleph. Eged, binding it. So we learned on Amud Aleph a whole Torah. Eged is the mitzvah, is not the mitzvah. Says the Gemara, no sheiches. Eged hazmana ba'almuhu. It's merely a preparatory step. Hazmana ba'alma lav klamu. And binding it is nothing.
Really. You're just
Maybe, but we know the reason why we know this to be a big chiddush because we saw already in Amud Aleph a whole Torah whether a lulav sarach eged or not, and here we're like mamish just maching effect the whole thing. Now, so
Yeah, you could bind it and then just
right, and then you could do it, and then we're saying no, it's all right because the binding is just so the chayra.
when you're going to use it.
So maybe, but the chayra is a simple detail. The Gemara here is saying anytime the Gemara answers a kasha, loy. I could tell you this. It doesn't mean it has to be. It means it's not a raya. It's not ironclad. In logic, as soon as I could show you maybe another way of learning it, that means it doesn't have to be this way.
reasonable doubt.
Right, exactly. Does it have to be the other way? No. And sometimes the answer is far. And to me, it's a shikul far-fetched. It just has mana. What do you mean? Answer is maybe yeah. Once I could sew that down in, you don't have a raya. That's why this Gemara, I'll be honest, if you didn't learn Amud Aleph well, this Gemara will be very, very challenging. But once you understand the whole Torah about Dichoy, the whole Torah about Igud, then this is beautiful. Shkoyach, Agutanach, Rabbi Yankiv.